Hi, my name is Laura and I will be sharing a mini lesson plan on how to utilize the picture book Heather Has Two Mummies by Leslie Newman and Laura Cornell to teach about the many non-traditional family structures that exist. Heather Has Two Mummies is about a girl, Heather, whose mothers are Mama Jane and Kate. At the outset of the book, Heather relates how she has two mums to how she has two of a lot of things, such as two arms, two pets, and two hammers. This theme continues throughout the book. When Mama Jane and Kate tell Heather she will be starting school soon, they say bring two special things with her. The meaning behind this is to hint that it is not uncommon to have two of something. On the first day of school, Heather is faced with a class discussion that leads to her questioning if she is the only one that doesn't have a dad. So in response, her teacher, Miss Molly, tells the students to all draw pictures of their families. It is apparent in each picture that no two families are the same. Miss Molly explains that each family is special. The most important thing about a family is that all people in it love one another. This book is about acknowledging that no two families are the same and that there are many different family structures that exist, not just the traditional family structure. I chose to work with this book because it is a short nonfiction concept picture book tailored for younger audiences with illustrations that grab the attention of students. The text is large enough to read, simple enough to understand, and has a good dialogue between characters. To convince your students that this lesson is worth paying attention to, explain to them that the concept of non-traditional family structures is more relevant than ever. Allow students in the classroom to open up about their family structures and connect different families whenever you can. The main thing is to relate the book to your students. You can even ask if anyone has ever noticed that family structures are all different, and then dive into what family structures they know of before you start read aloud. So now that you have an idea of what this book is about, let's get started with the lesson plan. The focus is on 3 read aloud components: before, during, and after reading. To start, you'll want to introduce the book and have your students predict what the book is about. Ask them what they notice about Heather's family by looking at the front cover of their books to get some ideas generating. Is Heather's family a traditional family structure? What even is a traditional family structure? Have the students think about their own family structure compared to Heather's. Is it the same? Is it different, traditional, or non-traditional? Have the students think, pair, share with their peer beside them. Hearing all the different family structures even within the classroom will provoke students to want to know what other family structures exist. Relating this concept to their personal life helps foster relevant connections that students are interested in learning about and sharing with others. Tell your students to pay close attention to the different family structures that come up in the book as they read along. During reading, ask your students if anything is the same about their family and Heather's family, or if anything is different, now that they know more about her family. Ask them if any of their family members are doctors or carpenters to relate the characters to people in their families. This keeps the students engaged and interested in the topic if it relates to them, especially while stimulating discussion. And when Miss Molly explains that each family is special, the most important thing about a family is that all the people in it love one another, ask the students if they agree with this, and why or why not. As a class, come up with a list of different family structures. Have the students reflect on their own family structure, their relatives' families, friends' families, or even families they've seen at school. Encourage the students to include family structures from the book and to also come up with other ones not mentioned in the book. Tell the students they will be doing the same activity in class that Heather's class did in the story. Instruct each student to draw a picture of their own family. Students may include their grandparents or cousins, whoever they feel is part of their family. The family they draw does not necessarily have to live with them. Divide the students into groups of 3. You want to have an idea of each of the families to place students in groups that might not necessarily have the same family structure to facilitate the last half of this activity. Direct the students to use the application Puppet on a classroom-provided tablet to take a picture of their drawings and voice record over them to create a short clip answering a few questions. What different family structures are there in your group? And before this lesson, did you know that so many different non-traditional family structures existed? Puppet is a user-friendly application for young students to demonstrate their understanding of a concept for assessment. By having the students voice record, this also allows them to practice oracy skills. All the students have to do is maneuver to the application on the tablet, open it, take a picture of their drawings by pressing the camera button on the screen, and then voice record button to record over the image. It is important to remind students to be respectful of the other students' family illustrations. So what should your students know by the end of this lesson? Outcome 1.1. Students should be able to talk about how new ideas and information have changed their previous understanding about family structures. Outcome 2.2. Students should know how to construct meaning from text by connecting situations portrayed to personal and classroom experiences. 4.3. Students should be able to enhance presentation skills by clarifying ideas and information presented in their own oral, print, and other media texts by responding to questions and comments. This activity allows the students to reflect on what they have learned throughout the lesson, introducing students to the idea of non-traditional families. If the students can demonstrate their knowledge of the many structures that exist and acknowledgement and in this case, objectives have been met. It is my hope that this encourages students to have open discussions about their families and others.